We're ready for some football here in Chicago at historic Soldier Field. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. And ready to send this away. And we're underway from Soldier Field. Starting from the 5. We're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
His rookie season last year, Kate, a reminder that no matter how talented you are, this league can humble you. And it didn't help being the most sacked quarterback in football as well. But remember, 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns, he showed glimpses of what I know Chicago wants more of this year.
Coming out throwing is Williams. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack. While the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Hopefully not a sign of how this game is going to go as they step up for 2nd and long. Another try following the sack. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Williams. Set up the screen here to Swift. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. They're led by the 2nd-year quarterback from South Carolina. Started a handful of games last season as a rookie. Here's Spencer Rattler.
It was a tough season, Kate, in New Orleans a year ago. Coaching changes, lots of injuries to that offensive line. And Spencer, as a 5th-rounder, was thrown right into the fire as a rookie. But he persevered, he endured, and now he's going to get a chance to compete for the job this year.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Rattler back to throw. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. One of the tight ends motioning left. This is Alvin Kamara with it. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the gun, Rattler. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. First down, New Orleans.
right, now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start, Brock. Last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
Here's Rattler, 1st and 10. He gets a lock behind one, deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They'll run the toss to Kamara. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down is going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Rattler. He's running for it. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Saints.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Working inside the red zone, and that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 3rd down, here's Rattler. The Bears close it in, and they'll get him. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
Dude, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroyed that play, they destroyed drives. Well done, defense.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe from the left hash, 34 yards away. Grupe sends it through, and that will get them on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
On now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. The It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35. A pickup there of 39. And that's a Chicago first down.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
First down, here's Swift. Escapes a defender. And this is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's another Bears first down.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first 2 plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only 1 play away from putting points on the board.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
Taken down back at
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, not for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Williams from the gun. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. This from 35 yards away. Santos' kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, it's Kendre Miller. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Rattler now off the play action. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. Here's a give inside to Camaro. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
3rd and just 2 to go. Another run for Camaro. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and a short stop.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. On the return for the Bears, Devin Duvernay. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. At the end of one, a field goal for each side, but no one has found the end zone just yet. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They're looking at 1st down here. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. He's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 coming up now. To throw is Williams. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 29. That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Running behind center with Swift. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Going to run again with Swift. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a 1st down too.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Staying grounded with Swift. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears take a second quarter lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7.
Saints 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
The Saints take
The
over
New Orleans offense set to go now. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Rattler on the play fake. It's gone left side by Hill. And he's tackled for no gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, like SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Kamara gets it off the option. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Punting unit out now. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Fields this at the 19. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Connecting with his back here, Swift. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Third down, here's Williams. On target to Moore. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. They'll cobble together a yard there. Lante Taylor making the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 22 on second down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be third and long.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on third down. They've got themselves a first and goal.
That's good for another Chicago Bears. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. Swift. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears leading near the break. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. Gets it again. And this time he mixed it in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. A crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Miller on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go down. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Rattler to the air now. Here's a loft deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. He is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
A gain of 59 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
1st down from the red zone. Throw caught at the 6. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. From the gun, Rattler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 1-score game before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Saints 10.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears going on offense here late in the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Complete over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. From the 32. That's incomplete left side.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Williams. Oh, he's going to run for it. They'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 33. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Williams will look to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Another try following the sack. To the middle, that's snared by Burton. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and 4.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. And a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. The Saints offense ready to start this 3rd quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Here's Rattler. 1st and 10. Taken in by Hill. Right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Rattler. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line.
Bears take over
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for the Bears. 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Off the play fake, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the set. Jump off caught by his back. And he's brought down at the line.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Williams set to pass. He set up the screen here to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Rattler now off the play action. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. Even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing is Rattler. Now here he goes. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
And the Saints 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Kamara gets it on the draw. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Rattler setting to throw. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Rattler. Swing here for Kamara. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team on the field. He fields this at the 18. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First call here coming from the shotgun. This drive is going to begin with a run by Swift. Broke through the tackle. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Gonna run here. Kyle Manunga. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it can get started.
All right, here we go. Second down. Williams from the gun. The catch is made near the edge. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Third down, here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Here comes the Saints offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Rattler to the air now. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. Inside the 30. And finally they catch up to him at the 11. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, so you're going to say at the 5-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 5-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the gun, Rattler. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints make it 17-all.
17.
Tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. On the give, it's Swift. And he has him right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for the Chicago Bears.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down, and they go right back to it. Running their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Hey, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Going play action, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
First down, here's Swift. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. From the 24. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They go with my young guy here. And he's going to get this down to the 9, and that puts him in goal to go.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in the run game.
And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal. Williams on the play action. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. And it's incomplete on third and goal. The close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you've got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit. Keep points off the board.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Saints come marching onto the field. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Saints to the line now. First and 10. Now Rattler on the play fake. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for 2nd down and 13. Another try following the sack. He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 4th quarter lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints take a 4-point lead.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up, we up the metric. Ran about the next one, I up the highest metric. The city just made a sweep, people diabetic. They match you full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walk on New Orleans with the educated and the yelling. Getting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Come on, 45, yeah, but somebody gotta do it. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Drawn starts with an option, right side. They get 18 yards out of it, and a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Drawn out is his Swift. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. And it's 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
1st and 10 from the 41. He's got it on the bootleg. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, about the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll step up, and there he goes. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That's It's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down is just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Williams to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Trying again following the sack. They'll try to run this. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an walk. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears needing 4 points. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw it. It's on top of Moore. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and goal, Swift. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Throwing now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up.
And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10.
The Saints and Spencer Rattler coming out for their next drive. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Start things off with a run by Kamara. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Setting up to pass. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Back to throw. Right back to Hill. This is Cunt. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now to throw. Oh no, the ball is loose. Bears say they got this one, and they did.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them kids going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Going to be a victory for the Bears as they drop to a knee here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Bears come away with the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.